Hi, today I'd like to share a message from Matthew 26, verse 36 to 46. Let me read. Then Jesus came with them to a place called Gethsemane and said to the disciples, "Sit here while I go and pray over there." And he took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee, and he began to be sorrowful and deeply distressed. 38. Then he said to them, "My soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even to death. Stay here and watch with me." He went a little farther and fell on his face and prayed, saying, "Oh, my Father, if it's possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will." 40. Then he came to the disciples and found them sleeping and said to Peter, "What? Could you not watch with me 1 hour?" 41. Watch and pray, lest you enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Again, a second time he went away and prayed, saying, "O my Father, if this cup cannot pass away from me unless I drink it, your will be done." And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. So he left them, went away again, and prayed a third time, saying the same words. Then he came to his disciples and said to them, "Are you still sleeping and resting? Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is being betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be going. See, my betrayer is at hand." Today I'd like to look at a few verses and highlight the prayer life of Jesus. For example, let's start at verse 38. Then he said to them, "My soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even to death. Stay here and watch with me." I guess, like every one of us, we have times when we have worries, we feel sorrowful. And do we see what Jesus does? He goes and prays. I found that very interesting. So Jesus is in verse 38. He says, "My soul is exceedingly sorrowful." So he's very, very worried. And what does he do? His response is to go and pray. He prays and prays to receive a peace of heart again. He takes his disciples with him, and as he's starting to pray, in 39, he went a little farther, fell on his face, and prayed, saying, "Oh, my Father, if it's possible, let this cup from me, nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will." Verse 40. Then he, then he came to the disciples and found them sleeping, and said to Peter, "What? Could you not watch with me 1 hour?" For me, this is an amazing statement. He says he was surprised that they were falling asleep. He said he was surprised they cannot even pray 1 hour. Now that is kind of shocking. How many Christians today are praying at least 1 hour? He's saying, "Could you not watch with me 1 hour?" It's like Jesus sounds like he's surprised. Peter, he can't even pray 1 hour. It's like, what's wrong? Today, how many of us Christians can pray an hour? Are you used to praying an hour? Is that easy for you or so hard? It looks like for Jesus it should be a normal thing. An hour sounds like it's a small thing. It's like the minimum. So I was very challenged by that. Could you not watch with me 1 hour? And then 41. Watch and pray, lest you enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. We see in verse 41, Jesus gives us another reason for prayer. In verse 38, it says it's to give you peace, to take away your worries. But here in verse 41, it helps us against temptations. Now, who of us cannot use some help against temptations, against the fleshly desires? prayer seems to help for that. It looks like as we pray, we get more of God's grace in our lives, which means we will be able to overcome all these temptations. So there's another reason why we should pray. Pray so we will not be tempted and we will not fail and fall to the flesh. Now we see Jesus is doing this several times. 42 again, the second time, he went away and prayed. He prayed the same prayer. See, it looks like he still doesn't have peace. Verse 43. And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. 44. So he left them, went away again, and prayed a third time, saying the same words. See, it's not a problem to come to God again and again with the same things, the same heart. But the thing is that we see here, we need to keep praying until we receive God's peace. Jesus kept praying. He just went back. He just went back until he received peace. We see in verse 45 that he has peace. Then he came to his disciples and said to them, are you still sleeping and resting? Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is being betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be going. See, my betrayers are them. You see, he has peace about the decision of the Father. He has peace. He's prayed and prayed and prayed. He did it 3 times until he received his peace. And it's the same for us. If we're worried about something, we should be praying and praying until we receive peace about it. We also see a change of attitude, a change of heart. He has that peace that he has been wanting, and he just kept praying and praying until he received it. And also we see that he's ready for it. His heart is ready to accept the new challenge, to accept to face his betrayers. So through prayer, it can get our heart ready for the next challenge. It can get our heart in the right place for whatever we need to face. You see, prayer is so powerful. Jesus did it. We need to do it too. It helps us to receive peace. It helps us against temptation. And Jesus encourages us to pray at least an hour. Amazing. What challenge. Let us follow Jesus' example. If you're a Christian and Jesus is our example, we should be people of prayer. Hope this message blessed you. Until next time.